Both sides are claiming victory after the first debate in the race for governor.
But will that showdown really do anything to change your mind about the election? 12 News' Kent Wainscott joins us live from Eau Claire, the location of the debate tonight. And Kent, the campaigns are asking themselves that very question this evening.
Yeah, and I think both candidates and their campaigns probably walked away from tonight's debate feeling pretty confident. The debate took place here in western Wisconsin, which has become a critical swing region in this race. And tonight, the candidates stuck primarily to their talking points, even while facing a wide range of issues and questions from a panel of journalists. And the night started off with the issue that jumped back into the headlines just 24 hours ago, the Supreme Court's sudden block on Wisconsin's voter ID law.
For us, this is a common-sense reform that protects the integrity of each and every vote. I was at a town hall meeting yesterday in Appleton where I took questions from the crowd, and one person asked me, how many cases of fraud have there been in this state? And I said, it doesn't matter if there's 1, 100, or 1,000. I asked amongst us, who would be that one person who would like to have our vote canceled out by a vote that was cast illegally?
The governor would say he doesn't even care whether there's only one instance of fraud, and yet he'll put these roadblocks in front of 300,000 people who would find it difficult to get that ID and to vote, even though there's no identified cases of fraud, and that it could cost millions and millions of dollars to implement. That's just not common sense, and it's certainly not what I would do as governor.
Now, both of the candidates spent much of the debate focusing on Governor Walker's record in office, the governor touting his accomplishments, and Mary Burke blasting him for what she calls fiscal irresponsibility. And the candidates were asked what they would do that hasn't already been done to create jobs.
We're going to build off the successes we've had, particularly over the past year. If you look at July through July of last year to this year, we ranked third in the Midwest for private sector job creation. If you look at the updated numbers the month after, August through August, we ranked fourth in the Midwest for private sector job creation. Either way, we're in the top 5.
I will actually reduce the cost of college. My jobs plan shows that we have to have 670,000 more degree holders for Wisconsin to compete for the jobs in 2025. 670,000. So what we have to do is increase capacity and reduce costs.
Now, the Burke camp was critical of Governor Walker for what they said was dodging a lot of the questions during the debate, while Walker supporters blasted Mary Burke over a hesitation when she was asked what Governor Walker has done well. There was also an interesting exchange when the candidates were asked whether they would serve the full 4-year term in office. An interesting response from both of the candidates. We'll have that coming up later in this newscast. The next debate, the second and final debate in this race, takes place in Milwaukee next Friday night. I'll be on the panel for that. And for now, live in Eau Claire, I'm Kent Wainscott, WISN 12 News.